Hello and welcome to Awesome Comics, your one-stop shop for everything comic book entertainment. I'm your host, Walter Bernasiak, and today we are talking about the brand new movie Doctor Strange, starring Benedict Cumberbatch. It's the latest offering from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And before we get into it, I want to remind you guys to like our Facebook page. That is facebook.com/awesomecomicshow. And we have new videos that go up on there every single Thursday exclusive to that Facebook page. So go ahead and give us a like, will you? Okay, let's get into the intros here. Let's go to this guy first. He is Mr. Brian Porter. And we have Ayana Wade. What's up, Ayana?
Not much. We get two Benedicts in this movie, too. Benedict Wong and Benedict Cumberbatch. Double Benedict action.
Double Benedict action.
Yeah, go eat your Benedict eggs.
There we go. And Miss Heather Roos, how's it going?
Hey, it's going great.
Ready to talk about Doctor Strange?
Yes, I am. I'm also ready to talk about Benedict.
We're so excited.
Swoon. Okay. And our special guest today, you saw him a couple weeks ago on our favorite anime episode. It's Mr. Rob Walker.
That's Dr. Rob.
Mr. Doctor.
I got this.
You're good.
Thank you. Thank you, Andy.
I love the cape, I really do.
Do you want me to get your tears? You want me to get your tears?
So here's the spoiler warning for you guys. We're going to go into spoilers about this. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, go see it. Or if you don't care about spoilers, just keep watching. Honestly, I don't think spoilers are going to ruin this movie. Like, there's nothing really in it that is going to ruin your enjoyment of it. I think, just my opinion. But here we
It's
go.
mostly predictable.
Kind of. So let's get into positives. What did we like about this movie the most? Rob, what did you like about Doctor Strange?
The Cumberbatch. Honestly, the visuals. At least since Gravity, which I thought was a very visually heavy movie, it's probably some of the best visuals I've seen. Inception, The Matrix. And I saw the trailers. I thought, oh well, this will look cool. But I thought, they probably just saved all of this just for like 5 minutes, and this ends up in the trailer. And really, the first few minutes of the movie, I was like, holy crap. And pretty much the whole way to the end, I'm like, yeah, this is probably some of the most spectacular effects I've seen since Inception, Gravity, The Matrix. Like, I think it ranks up there with 2001 Star Wars. And the weird thing is, I didn't think going into this, because I was really looking forward to this movie, but I didn't think oh, this will be remembered as one of the great special effects films of all times. Because it's Doctor Strange.
Doctor
It's a
Strange.
Marvel throwaway movie.
Right.
I came out and was like, wow, that was mind-blowing. So I'd say that's my favorite part of the film.
Visuals, okay. Porter, what was your favorite stuff?
Mine was actually visuals too. I was floored with how good this movie was. Like, they had to have had half the budget into the VFX because
Yeah,
they looked
yeah.
so good. It was crisp. It was clean. Like, there was no weird blur between the buildings forming all crazy styles and all that stuff. Like, it was so crisp and clean, and it looked awesome. It was so good. And that straight up acid trip that Benedict Cumberbatch or Doctor Strange went on was fantastic. There was so much shit going. The fingers
really
coming
cool.
out of the fingers.
my gosh, so creepy.
That was freaky.
So
Yes.
much just ridiculousness going on. I was like, man, this is a movie that makes me wish I did take drugs, because I would come to this high off of my ass. Because it would be
reminded me
amazing.
of that one night I drank a whole bottle of absinthe.
Oh my
I
god.
was like, okay, I've seen that.
This movie was amazing, and it was so trippy, and they told us it was going to be not like anything we'd seen before, and it just looked so good. Everything about the movie was just, they put a lot of time and effort into these VFX, and it was awesome.
And I'm going to be genuinely curious to see how these effects hold up over time.
Yeah.
In 10 years, are we still going to look back at this movie and be like, you know what? This still looks awesome.
It looks pretty good.
I hope so. I
Yeah.
mean, with what they presented us, I think it will, but I'm genuinely curious to see that.
You never know.
I was just about to say the chase sequence.
It was like MC Escher meets Dolly with the cars melting over the side, and they're all trying to
However they did that with the
world.
green screens, had to be hard as hell.
I would be really interested in seeing the special effects
Behind the scenes
behind the
kind of
scenes.
stuff.
Absolutely.
When they have they're glass shards or whatever, I don't know, the
Yeah.
glass world shard things that they're holding. Do they just have green sticks and stuff, or even the makeup in what's his butt Mad's face? I can't think of the character's name. His eye makeup. I was debating whether or not that was green screen makeup, because there was some animation over it.
Yeah.
At first, I thought someone just came in and was purple gold foil. Let's do it. Let's do a little bit of a smoky eye, and then gold foil, and then dye it purple, and it'll look real good. So when he's crying, it's like, what?
Yeah.
That monologue's great, by the way.
Yeah,
I know you like
he's just talking. He's just like talking normally, and his eyes are like welling up, and just tears falling down his face. I was like, I feel something.
Yeah.
And that's the whole movie. It's just like I love the movie. I thought the visuals were the strong thing. At the same time, I'm just like, it's kind of like I think Siskel once said about the first Mission Impossible movie about how Tom Cruise is like, you never quite know what he's doing, but you really feel it. And it was the same thing. It's like, I feel something.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what, but I feel something. And most movies, a lot of them, I don't really feel anything. So I'm like, good job.
So
I don't know what I
success for
feel
that
in
Doctor
flesh.
Strange.
Yeah.
For sure.
Heather, anything else that you really liked about it?
One of the things that I liked is the progression of Doctor Strange's journey. Like,
Sure.
we
Oh,
hell
really
yeah.
got to see him progress as not just like a superhero, because it's pretty easy to just like put on the cape and be like, ha, but like we got to see him really change and grow as a human being, which I really appreciated. A lot of the character growth, and I was really invested in his journey. Which is always good for an origin story movie.
When he is such a D-bag early.
Oh my God.
This is one of the few times, like the IMAX audience, when he unleashes on her, and is like the whole audience
Christine,
just went,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
there's this collective
Yes.
gasp, and then like somebody in the very back of the audience shouted, "Oh no, you didn't!" Like so, like we were
Girl,
all just
you
sitting
go.
there, yeah, and like I like that scene where she's just like, you know what, we're done here. Like it wasn't like a scene where like I'm destroyed and I'm there. She's like, screw you, I'm out.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I was like, it was a great scene. I was like, that's like something that almost belonged in another
Yeah.
movie.
Right.
Yeah,
And I
mean,
felt that-
it is, sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, it is pretty funny to see Benedict Cumberbatch just keep
The
playing the
jerk.
same
I was like, he's
character the whole
definitely
life.
channeling some Sherlock in there.
A really smart jerk who just doesn't quite know how to interact with other humans.
Yeah, but I think his like apology to Christine and all that stuff was like so genuine, and it worked really well. There was nothing
Yes.
forced about it. You know, it wasn't like too early in the story or anything like
Yeah,
that.
it was
like,
at the right time.
It worked so well, and her reaction to it felt super genuine
Right.
too. It was like it was really well acted film. It wasn't like a great film in terms of like character development and the narrative or whatever. Like it wasn't like amazing, but like it just worked so well with all the
It was
characters.
really, really solid.
Yeah, very
Tilda
solid.
Swinton, though,
She was
Yeah.
awesome.
girl brought it.
She was really good.
She did a great job.
She has an
Yeah.
intensity.
She does.
Because that's another thing where I was like, I don't know how to feel, because she was kind of creepy, but then she's like so warm, and I'm like, I like just listening to you
Yeah.
talk.
Right.
She keeps
very
you on your
weird.
toes, that one.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
her. Ah, she did a great job.
Right.
And the action sequences, too, I'd be interested to see, because as a general rule of thumb, a lot of times if you don't see the actor's face, it's the
stunt
stunt
double.
double.
Right.
So I'd be interested to see how much of it she did, because there was a lot of really, really cool fighting.
Yeah,
that,
especially at the
happened.
beginning with the hood on and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
that
see
looked
a lot
badass.
of, like,
Really
Avatar.
cool.
like
You know those
stuff.
Celtic gals, they're hardcore.
I do know.
All we know about her is she's Celtic and she's lived for like 1,000,000 years. I love that. Like,
Right.
throwaway
Celtic
line.
and old.
Right. She
Yeah.
somehow captured the essence of that
She
like
did.
ancient knowledge.
Yeah,
You're
but
like,
she's
oh,
so
yeah, I believe
calm.
it.
That's,
I believe
yeah,
it.
that's why. I
There's
really
that
liked her.
wisdom there, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? It's
definitely.
like I know exactly what you're thinking right now, but
Yeah.
just follow me. Like
Tilda Swinton.
Just on a physical level, I gotta say, the face. She
Yeah.
just there were scenes where she
face.
like stares through the camera, and I'm like looking at her like. Like I want to look somewhere else because I'm like, I think she's looking at my soul directly. I think there's some freaky thing going on through the screen.
But anywhere
So-
I move, she's still looking at me.
Yeah.
Even the psych out of like her introduction was kind of cool too. Of like when he walked in and saw this old Asian man and was like,
Yes.
"Oh, hello, ancient one. Thanks for being here."
Yeah.
She's like, "You're
Yeah.
welcome."
I'm torn on that a little
Yeah.
because at the same time I was kind of like I had like one of those Brad Jones laughs like it's funny because originally he was gonna be an Asian guy and it's like I don't know.
Oh yeah, the
I feel like they were
cast.
trying to like
Yeah.
disarm us a bit with all the quote unquote controversy, and I don't know if I would have just preferred that they just kind of just went in with it and not made that joke because then it just reminded me like oh yeah we had all that we had to deal with on Tumblr and yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was that joke landed pretty well though.
I liked it.
Yeah, it was good.
It's still a lot of white people, so like.
Yeah, I mean there are. There definitely are. Anything that you really liked about it?
Costumes. Oh my god! Like within the first few minutes of the film, I was like, these costumes are so well constructed.
I agree.
They're so like even just that cape cloaky. I was kept being like
Levitation
cloaky.
cloak?
Yeah, Cloak of
The magic
Levitation.
carpet from
Yeah.
Aladdin.
Yep.
Yeah, basically.
Sort of reminded me of.
Yeah.
Chooses the wizard slash, like
Sorcerer.
wand thing.
It was the real hero of
He's
the
like the
movie.
second best character in the movie.
Yeah, it was
Really?
really
Oh
funny.
yeah,
It
I
was
really like
funny.
love that. That was
Loki
a
is
good
the world's
character.
greatest sidekick.
Or even
Right.
wrapped around the guy's face.
Yeah,
and
he's
was,
just
like,
smashing his
rolling
head.
around.
That was
Oh my
great.
gosh,
That
some of
was-
those gags too, where it was pulling him back, and he's like,
I think that whole scene up from when he goes into the New York branch of the whatever
The Sanctum.
the
Sanctum,
Sanctum, the New York
Sanctum.
Sanctum, all the way up until they come back from the hospital and stuff. That whole action scene is just like a really long, great, intense action scene.
Yeah,
They,
it was
they
good.
really blended the humor with the action very well as well, and
Yeah.
broke it up a little
And
because
Marvel's
there was some
done
of
that-
it.
does that a lot.
They do, and
So,
there's some
that's
moments that
certain
get really tense, and they really think about the audience and give them like, okay, you can laugh here. Here's where you can like just let out kind of your pent up whatever
Right.
you've got going on.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fact they made a costume character, I love it. Way to say they're good. But just in general, the design of everything was phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I
I don't
agree
know.
with you.
I
Tell me
really
who I should
liked,
cosplay from it because that needs to happen.
Yeah, that was
Ancient
really
one,
good.
Yeah, I was gonna say, get you some
honestly,
ball
I
cap,
would
man.
just-
Yeah, get you a bald cut.
Yeah, I'll
I just want to
shave
see her
it,
with the purple
whatever.
eyes, just crying.
Yeah.
You just gotta be talking normally.
Done. I'm done. I'm there.
Single tear.
You got it. Yeah, absolutely.
The most
Man.
powerful tear is a single tear.
So true.
You gotta make sure it
Powerful
catches the
tears of
light
that
though.
tear.
Yeah, you gotta make sure it catches the light. That's true.
Got a little glimmer.
The stuff that I liked about it, I mean, I think the thing I liked most about it was that how it was like a sort of a basic jerk redeemed kind of story, but it was presented in a way that felt so fresh and unique from the other Marvel movies. Like this really feels different for me from the other ones. I mean, maybe the structure a little bit is similar here and there, but the elements that they deal with, the magic stuff, we haven't seen quite yet. I mean, a little bit in Thor, but we really dove into that with this. I mean, all the astral projection and the holes, what is that called?
The sling rings, the
sling
portals.
ring portals and everything. That was really
time.
cool. Yeah, and I like that we get to see them learn all this stuff. We get to see them go through all the sort of the training here and there.
I'm just gonna leave you on Mount Everest. Bye.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
That was great. I love
Again?
that.
yeah, I like that. Oh, not again.
Yeah, I thought that was great. So, but it felt different enough. I mean, they had mentioned the Avengers like once, like the Avengers protect the world from physical threats while we protect it from spiritual threats or whatever. And I thought that was a nice thing to throw in, but they really didn't cross it over too much. Like this felt very self-contained, and I like that about it a lot.
You did see the Avengers Tower in the beginning.
You did,
Yeah,
yeah.
I did.
yeah. So they,
And
they
I mean,
mentioned it in the show,
honestly,
so-
I like the Avengers. The second they started going that route of just like, well, they're the physical threat, we're the mystical side. I'm just like, sold. I want this series. I'm like nothing against the Avengers, but I'm just like, I got
new.
way more wrapped up into this one.
Right. It feels so fresh to me.
Yeah.
Right.
I think some of it is, I don't know how to quite explain it, but the characters in this one really felt real. Like you had taken real characters and put them in these outlandish situations. I mean, it's insane and it's goofy, but you know, he felt real. The nurse felt real. Every
Yeah.
character
Rachel
had a
McAdams did
Rachel
great.
McAdams.
their
Yeah.
That was
relationship.
very
great tag.
That was one of the
Scrubs,
best
though. I
comic
was
book
really proud of it.
relationships I've seen.
Yeah.
Like it really was, and the movie wasn't really like about them entirely.
No.
It's kind of
No.
a side story, but
I think
like,
that's
for
why
something
it's
that was a
so good.
side story,
Yeah.
I was like, I really believe this relationship they have from the ups and the downs, and I'm like, that was rare and refreshing because so many times that's the weakness in a comic book
Yeah.
movie. Like,
Right.
and then
Toss the love
romance
interest
kinda
in there.
lame, like,
Well,
yeah.
she was kind of looking at it from our point of view too. I
Yeah.
feel like she was the window into it with him. Like
She was the
'cause we were,
Winston.
yeah, because we're kind of being thrown into this. Like even when he's like, "Yeah, I have to go back to this like time portal thing," and she's like, "Okay, don't tell me." And he's like, "Okay, well, here's the broom closet,
Right.
and okay, see ya." And she's
Yeah.
like, "What?" Right in the
mothballs.
That was a great moment. Yeah.
But also
Single
like
character in the movie I
the
bought.
small details too with the characters, like when he's like, which is with his watch, and you're like, oh, it's just an expensive watch. But then he takes it off and he looks and is like, blah blah blah, whatever it said,
Yeah,
all
love
lovey-dovey
you
with
forever,
Christine,
yeah.
and it's like, oh wow.
I love how he puts it on at the end.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
his hand is still
Okay, is that what
shaking.
it said in the watch? I totally missed that part.
Yeah.
Because I
How
saw
much
it
I
in
love you.
3D,
Yeah.
and the glasses they gave me were actually like dirty. So at one
They're
point I was
always
like
dirty.
cleaning
They're
them, like what
always
the hell is good? And then
I
I
didn't
put
see
it back
it
on, and then like he's like puts the watch back on. I'm like, something happened. And then he keeps looking at this watch, and the rest of the movie, I'm like, what is this watch about?
I saw it in IMAX 3D as well, and my goodness,
3D.
I hate those
3D.
glasses. I hate 3D glasses so much. They're so annoying. Specifically, as a glasses wearer, it's one of really frustrating experiences.
Because you get the double.
Yeah, this was one of those that you really
No, you
should go see it in IMAX or see it in 3D. If you can,
Yeah.
I say go see it because I saw it in it. It's really cool.
It's kind of built for that, you
Yeah.
know. But
Yeah.
I mean,
It's like
I just
Inception
A lot of
in
depth.
3D.
sort
lot
of,
of
yeah.
depth.
I just can't take 3D, man. I just can't.
It makes me sick, so I have to see it.
I am
in
proud of
regular-
It
myself
hurts
for
my
not throwing
eyes.
up.
It really strains my eyes. Like my eyes go in and out of focus, and I just can't do it for like a full movie length.
I'm with you, but and my problem with 3D is it is so overused because it's
Oh,
just
definitely.
a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like,
Definitely.
and when they just do retroactively, just like, oh yeah, we're releasing it in 3D as well. I'm like, screw that. So most of them, I don't think you need to see in 3D at all. But this is one of the rare ones. There's a rare set of films I could probably count on like my one hand that I'm like, no, those needed to be seen in 3D.
Yeah.
I'm glad I saw them in 3D.
Right.
This is one of those.
This
I'd
is
say.
totally one of them.
Definitely. So we've talked about our positive, and we just collected our checks from Disney. So thanks, Disney. Appreciate that.
Where is my check?
No.
Where is my check?
be
Everyone's like, oh,
amazing.
you're just being paid off by Disney. I'm okay with that. Where is it?
Bring
Mouse.
on the money.
Mouse.
No.
I
Bring
can
on the money.
I can be bought, like,
Don't tell the internet that, Porter.
or
Totally
should I?
Seriously. Man. Anyway,
Not sponsored by Disney, but if
so-
you want to.
now that we've talked about the positives, is there anything you guys didn't like about this or stuck out to you as not great?
The only thing that wasn't like I feel like no matter what we do, it's kind of just nitpicking at this point.
Yeah.
But I felt like the villain was super generic, like very. We've seen it already.
Wasn't like really,
Both,
yeah.
all, like, ooh, of
seen
course,
that.
the dark dimension is like this evil
Yeah.
dark lord who controls everything, and then the other villain was like the fallen pupil who makes the master realize she can't make the same mistake again. It was just kind of okay. I've seen this before.
Yeah, we've
And
seen
like
it.
the henchmen didn't even have names.
I will say this.
Okay.
Like, because you're preaching to the choir here, at least with me, about, like, Marvel's Achilles heel is always its villains. Like,
Yeah.
who remembers half of them? There's Loki and...
I liked Ronan. I know people don't like Ronan, but I really liked
I
Ronan.
liked Ronan too, but that was kind of, he was so over the top.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
But this is one of the rare
Guardians
ones
of the
where
Galaxy.
that it didn't bother me, just because his personal journey, like Doctor Strange's personal journey, was so interesting that unlike other Marvel movies where it bothers me, where I'm just like, the villain's something to scream home about, this one I'm just like, I'm not sure I would have needed it. Because the more you would have focused on the villain, the less of Doctor Strange I'd see. And I was more interested in him and his journey and
Yeah,
Swindon's
definitely.
weird face. And,
Right. We got to see Dormammu at the end. That was
Yeah, that
That
was
was
cool.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
was cool.
that was actually.
That was a
really cool.
Futurama-like ending.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping he'd be more fiery than like
Fiery?
super.
Oh.
Yeah, because in the comics, a lot of the, at least what I've read,
the
he was
flaming
yeah,
head.
he was
Yeah.
very flaming
He
head.
looks kind of like
whatever.
Thanos light. It's the same
Sort of.
kind of. I feel like he could have been Thanos' dad, like someone got of Explorers. Like,
Yeah. Well,
But
I mean,
it did look awesome. I mean, visually it looked great.
yeah, the dark
Yeah.
dimension or whatever. Yeah, that was really cool.
And he was funny. I love the end scene with the time loop.
I've come to
I
bargain.
liked that.
Groundhog
I liked that a
Dormammu,
lot.
I've come to bargain.
I liked that a lot.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
he's-
can do this all day.
Yeah, I can do this forever. Seriously, we'll just keep her frozen in time forever. As long as they're not gonna die, I
Yeah.
guess it's fine.
yeah,
Totally
sure.
fine.
But,
Anything else?
Time's a bitch, man.
Yeah, I know.
Welcome to it.
Well, you got.
Time Turner.
Look at
That's my
that.
Hermione Granger in me.
Nice.
I wish I had one of these in school. Are you kidding? Are you kidding?
Hell
This would
yeah.
be
Would've been great.
I would have
Would've been
taken
great.
like
One
5
in
more
general
classes.
would have
yeah.
been cool.
Yeah, well, that too.
Cool
Yeah.
event.
As far as negatives, I didn't really have too many, but yeah, the
Right.
villain, okay, yeah, a little weak, but there was one scene. There was only one scene with the visuals that I didn't quite like or just thought was a little weird.
was that?
It was when they were both the Ancient One and then Strange, and they were astral projecting, and they were watching the lightning
lightning,
or whatever.
yeah. And they were
Her
just
face.
floating.
I know that they were astral projections, so like they were gonna look weird anyway. But for some reason, it looks like they took her mouth off and then put another one on, but it was her mouth.
They did some weird. I
Her
noticed that.
face looked weird.
Yeah, but I think that's
but
just the
I was
astral
like-
projection effect. It looked like they. I mean, they obviously like turned down the opacity on them, and then it looked like they added like some CG elements or something on it, where it was
Some
like
purple
this
contour
unique, weird look.
face.
Yeah.
But I was
So I
like,
did
okay,
notice that.
it's actual projection, so it's really not that big of a deal. And it was just something I noticed. I didn't.
Took you out of the
act-
moment.
Right.
I didn't know. It didn't even take me out. I just kind of noticed it. I was like, it's weird. But I was fine with it. But other than that, like it was fine. Like I didn't have anything that I really didn't like. Although the fact that Scott Adkins was one of the, he was the one that got his ass beat by the cloak. He was the henchman.
Oh.
I like Scott Adkins a lot, and I was like, damn. He was super underutilized in this film. The guy's a freaking martial arts badass, and he got his ass
he had
kicked
to
by a cloak.
Fight Club himself in that scene. Let's
Yeah.
be real. Until they put that cloak on, he was just going like this a lot.
True.
I talked about this in the Batman '66 review. I love when people have to fight an invisible entity, and they're like, "You got it, director. I'm going balls to the wall. Let me do this." I love that. It's not an easy job. Respect.
Yeah.
Respect, mad
Seriously.
respect. All right, we're gonna have to wrap this up, but really quickly, where does this fit into the other MCU movies? Is this near the top for you guys, middle? What do you think, Rob? Really quickly.
I mean, the story itself was nothing to scream home about. And you want to talk about the only one negative I had was Benedict Cumberbatch's amazing disappearing, reappearing accent.
It only happened like once or twice for
I
me.
don't know, it was really distracting for me, but the visuals are so strong. I think the characters are so much fun. I would rank it absolutely near the top.
Okay. Okay.
Easily.
I got you.
Yeah, I would say near the top two, but I did want to mention, because I know people are going to be like, why didn't you mention this? Wong's character was really awesome. I really liked him.
I love Benedict Wong. He's hilarious.
Chiwetel Ejiofor, I might not be saying that right.
I couldn't pronounce his name, so that's why.
His character was great.
He was cool,
a lot
too.
of depth. It was
Yeah.
awesome.
Can't wait to see more.
Yes,
Yeah.
I loved
'Cause we're gonna get
the
more.
mid-credit scene
Yes.
with that. I thought that was really good. It really fleshed him out. And then,
I
or
got
no, that was the
at
end credit scene.
Yeah, that was the
I
end
thought
And
they
then-
should have flopped that. It
Yeah.
was kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for
sure. No, they totally should
But
have followed that.
and then the mid-credit scene with Thor setting
Yeah.
up Ragnarok.
Hilarious.
I'm
Good
so
stuff.
excited.
Oh my gosh, that
Cumberbatch and Tom Hiddleston. You guys.
That
Can I-
refilling
can
beer
I just
glass.
ask here,
Best.
did I miss something after Thor 2? Or am I supposed to know what the heck they're talking
No,
about?
because it sounds like they like Thor already found out that Loki was sitting on the throne or whatever.
Okay, because I just sat there, I'm
I
like,
don't know. I think we missed
did I
some time.
miss one of the movies?
You did not.
No, not yet.
So I think I've seen them all, but
So because we got to get going here. So where would you rank this one?
Top 5 probably.
Top 5?
I
Heather?
can't.
I don't think it's quite my top 5, but definitely top 10. So
Okay. So near the top.
It's up there. It's still no Guardians of the Galaxy for me. That's
yeah,
still
I love
Well, that's the
Guardians.
gold
yeah,
standard.
yeah.
Love
I mean,
Guardians.
it is. But like, it's up there. Visually speaking, it's one of the. It's man.
Yeah, if
I
we were
agree.
just talking visuals, it'd be my number one.
Sure.
There was
Yeah.
no other
There's
Marvel.
I put it in
definitely-
that same realm of Guardians of the Galaxy.
would-
That felt
yeah.
way more
Yeah.
connected to that than
Absolutely.
anything on the Avengers.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm about the same. It might be top 5 for me. I mean, I really, really liked it. Like the first Iron Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, this, Avengers are all up there. So Captain America,
Winter Soldier.
Winter Soldier, and Civil War are up there for me too. So Marvel just keeps putting out consistent quality products, and as long as things are different enough, I don't think the fatigue will set in, like the superhero fatigue people are talking about. I don't think that will set in for a long time, as long as they keep making things just different enough, like they are in Marvel. So
Yeah.
good on them. Really quickly, social media. Rob, you're on Facebook, right?
I have a Facebook.
Find him on Facebook. Porter,
Facebook.com/awesomeporter.
you can find me at awesome_Walter, I think. Yes, that's
Twitter.
right, on Twitter.
Yeah.
You?
That's it. Twitter, Facebook, and Snapchat now. Yeah.
Snapchat.
Yeah.
Chat that snap.
very cool.
Chat on
And you
Snap.
can find me on Twitter at Heather Roos or Instagram at HRoos.
Okay, so until next week, we're going to have a couple special guests. We're going to do something a little bit different next week, so come back for that. It's going to be quite the nerdy episode.
There's
So-
a hint. That's a hint, guys.
Foreshadowing.
Until next week, these folks, as usual, are the best. I'm Walter Benasiak, and until next week, we'll see you on the next page.